How to build wealth with passive income. Earn money while you sleep. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. These are the words of arguably the biggest investor of all time, Warren Buffett. And to be honest, he's absolutely right. The truth is, you cannot become wealthy if you don't find a way to make money passively. Building a passive income stream is the fastest way to become rich. Now, there are several ways you can do that, but today, we're going to look at the OPM strategy. We'll see how it works and how you can make use of it to build your own wealth. When most people think of passive income, they think of a few $100s to support their main income, but that's where they get things wrong. Yes, you can make a few $100s from passive income streams. But why stop there? With the right passive income strategy, you can make hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. So what passive income strategy is the right one? Well, there's no perfect passive income strategy. It's all about doing what works for you. However, the OPM strategy is one of the best and most efficient ways of generating passive income. The concept of OPM, or using other people's money, is a powerful wealth-building strategy that everyone should understand. It was popularized by Robert Kiyosaki in his famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which you should definitely read if you want to learn how to truly grow your money over time. The key principle is that you should use money generated from income-producing assets to pay for expenses and liabilities, rather than directly spending your own hard-earned cash. This allows your money to work for you, building wealth over time, rather than simply being exchanged for depreciating liabilities. To understand this better, let's first define assets versus liabilities. Assets. Anything that puts money in your pocket. Assets generate income or appreciate over time. Examples include stocks, rental properties, bonds, dividends, and small businesses. The key is assets make you money. Liabilities, anything that takes money out of your pocket. Liabilities lose value over time and have carrying costs. Examples include cars, TVs, designer clothes, insurance, mortgages, and vacation costs. Essentially, liabilities cost you money. Now here is where most people go wrong. They use their own savings from their job to directly buy liabilities. For example, saving up $100,000 in cash from years of hard work and then using it all to buy a luxury sports car. While nice, that car instantly depreciates 20–30% in value as soon as you drive it off the lot. So your net worth takes a huge hit. Even worse, cars have ongoing costs for insurance, gas, repairs, and maintenance. So over time, the car becomes a continual drain on your finances. This is why assets are so important. They actually generate money and appreciate rather than lose value. Assets like stocks and real estate invest for you, actually putting money back into your pocket. For instance, instead of buying that car, use that $100,000 to invest in an income-generating asset like a rental property. Have the rental income from tenants pay for the car lease payment each month. This way, the liability is funded by the asset, not your own pocket. The asset will likely appreciate over time, making you richer, but the liability expense stays the same. This is the power of OPM. So how can you implement the OPM strategy? The key to implementing the OPM strategy is first taking an honest inventory of your finances. Track where your money is coming from each month in terms of income sources. Also, track where every dollar is going in terms of expenses. Categorize each expense as either a liability that costs you money or an asset that makes you money. This financial transparency will illuminate just how much capital you have to invest versus liabilities dragging you down. With this baseline, you can then set specific goals for the amount you aim to save and invest each month to build your capital over time. The next step is proactively educating yourself on different potential asset classes to invest in. Learn about assets like stocks, bonds, real estate, peer-to-peer lending, and more. Study up on the fundamentals of investing so you understand key concepts like compound growth, cash flow, appreciation, risks, and returns. Don't just blindly throw money at anything hot right now. Develop the knowledge to make informed decisions on accessible assets aligned with your current finances and risk tolerance. This self-education is critical to set yourself up for success. With education under your belt, you can then confidently begin actually investing your capital into income-producing assets. Open up investment accounts with reputable brokers, peer-to-peer lending platforms, or real estate companies. Make your first investments in assets you thoroughly understand, keeping quantities reasonable. Think long-term. Continuously reinvest earnings from your assets to compound your investment growth. Plow the profits back into additional assets. Once your assets are generating recurring income, you can then use those earnings to start funding your lifestyle expenses and liabilities rather than relying on your own take-home pay. This takes discipline, as you'll be tempted to tap into growing investment income. For large liabilities with monthly costs, aim to generate enough passive income from your assets to fully cover the carrying costs. Enjoy your lifestyle knowing it is your assets funding it rather than your own pocket. Over time, use the growing income from your assets to acquire additional income-producing assets. Diversify across different classes and regions to manage risk. Leverage the increasing equity in current assets to expand your portfolio. Following this continuous, iterative process of education, disciplined investing, and reinvesting profits will transform your finances as you build an ever-growing, passive, income-generating portfolio. Now, let's explore the OPM strategy from another perspective. This time, it goes beyond investing only your own money, but also using other people's money to generate more money. For example, let's take a look at real estate. With rental properties, you can leverage this strategy in the form of mortgages to buy assets that are much more valuable than you could afford with cash alone. For instance, say you have $100,000 saved up. Instead of buying a $100,000 property outright in cash, take out a mortgage loan for 80% of a $500,000 property. So you only put down $100,000 as a 20% down payment, and the bank loans the remaining $400,000 through a mortgage. Now you have an asset worth $500,000 that is generating rental income, but you only had to put down $100,000 of your own money. The tenants are paying off the mortgage loan, allowing you to build equity and wealth over time as the property appreciates. You can use the positive monthly cash flow to pay for liabilities like cars, insurance, and vacations. All are funded by the asset, not your own money. As long as you are cash flow positive each month, the property is making money for you with little ongoing effort. The key is finding the right property in an area with strong rental demand and cash flow. Do your due diligence to run the numbers and ensure it pencils out. Use a property manager if needed to reduce headaches. But why stop there? You can take OPM to another level by bringing on partners and outside investors rather than just using loans or mortgage financing. A prime example is partnering with equity investors to purchase rental properties. For instance, you can source promising investment properties and oversee operations, while your investor partners provide the actual capital and financing. As the general partner, you handle identifying the asset, due diligence, legal paperwork, managing tenants, and maintenance. Your investor partners are the limited partners, who contribute the funding but remain passive. In exchange for sourcing the deal and running the day-to-day, you would earn a portion of the rental income and a cut of proceeds when selling the asset. Your investor partners earn attractive returns on their money while you do the hard work to maximize the investment without having to fund it all yourself. But this might not work for people who are new to investing. It works best once you have a solid track record as a real estate investor and experience managing properties. Investors are investing in you and your expertise, so you need to prove you can consistently generate strong returns. Bringing on equity partners is an advanced OPM technique that allows you to control valuable assets without tying up all of your own capital. The key is finding win-win deals that benefit both you and your investment partners financially. There are tons of ways to build wealth, but one of the smartest and easiest ways to do so is using other people's money. Yes, it does come with risks, but the rewards are worth it. Besides, if you don't take risks, you might never get to experience your true potential. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to this, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime we post amazing videos like this. See you in the next video.